Hey everybody, welcome back. Two very popular guitars today. One is a T-style, the other is a Telecaster, right? Pretty much the same, except this was designed and released by the F company. This not so. But they're both Telecaster style guitars, right? The video today is about not what you pay, what you play. And what I mean by that is I play this considerably more than this guitar, and we'll get into why. But let's first talk about the guitar itself versus this guitar, or both guitars. Let's take a look. So this guy has a basswood body, which is what I like in terms of weight. It weighs right in at 8 pounds. This guy comes with a Nyato body, and it is very dense, and it weighs at 8.8 pounds. So although it's 8 ounces more only than this guitar, it feels significantly heavier for some reason than this guitar does. Both are string throughs. You can see here, right? This is a string through. Both have satin necks with a slight gloss. This guy has locking tuners, right? Which is certainly a big advantage over this guy, which has vintage tuners that aren't locking. Let's talk about what else? The matte finish on this guitar, right? Over time, these tend to wear quicker than a guitar with a poly finish or urethane finish on it. They also tend to get smudges on them fairly easily, whereas this guy will wear better because of the coating and the lacquer finish. I also like it aesthetically. I just like a finish on a guitar. So you have to look at the guitar when it's on a stand, right? I prefer looking at this guy with this cool purple fade metallic color than I do this vintage blonde matte finish. But that's just the personal thing, in my opinion. The fretboards are both maple on both guitars. This has more of a vintagey style maple fretboard. It looks like it's stained to be darker, or to almost look like a baked maple, where this has just a bleached or a pure maple look to it. 21 frets on the Squire, and they are narrow, tall frets. These are bigger frets, which I like. These are medium jumbos, and they're 22. You get an extra fret. This has aged chrome on it. I'm not crazy about aged chrome. This has normal chrome. If you're going to have aged chrome on a guitar, in my opinion, you might as well relic it and make the whole guitar look aged, not just the metal pieces or the metal components of the guitar. That, to me, is silly. Both have bone nuts. These have stainless steel frets. This guitar does not. That's a big one for Tease. Another big one for Tease, in my opinion, is this bridge. You see the bridge here? It's a 6-saddle bridge, like a Strat-style bridge on this guitar. This guy has your vintage-style 3-saddle bridge. You could even see that they're not aligned properly. They get kind of wonky if you're not exactly sure what you're doing when you go to adjust them. And it's much harder to intonate this type of a bridge that's on this Squire 40th anniversary than it is with a 6-saddle. The intonation will always come out more accurate on this bridge. Just my opinion and my experience. Both have 3-way switches. Both have 1 volume, 1 tone. Pickups, right? This has a lipstick style pickup at the neck, as does this. This has a single coil inset in the bridge like a traditional Tele. The difference here is this guy, which is the secret sauce from Tease. This is a rail humbucker pickup in the bridge, right? And these are both Alnico 5 pickups in the Tease. These are Fender Alnico 5 pickups. Now, I like the way these pickups sound significantly better than I do the pickups in this guitar, this Squire 40th Anniversary Vintage Series. One of the weak points of this guitar, and you'll see it all over the forums, all over the internet reviews on YouTube, is that this neck pickup, for whatever reason, sounds extremely dark which equates to muddy, in my opinion. Whereas this guy does not. It has no muddiness at all. It actually rings out. Single note I played deliberately so you can hear that it articulates, it's clear, it doesn't sound muddy. This guy is the opposite. So I tend to migrate to this guitar a heck of a lot more than I do this guitar. What else? We went over the weight, went over the fact that this is a basswood body, this is Naedo, and it's heavier. This guitar is an import, obviously. It's made in China. That guitar is made in Indonesia. The Squire Telly. Radius on the neck, right? This has a 12-inch radius. It's a little bit flatter. This has a 9.5-inch radius on the neck. I find this neck to be a little bit more comfortable to play. Now, it's a personal thing. Some people may well like a 9.5-inch radius. I prefer the 12-inch radius. And again, that has a lot to do with me playing this more than I'm playing that guitar, because I just find the neck to feel more comfortable. Trying to think anything else. Now, this guitar normally sells for $399.99. It's all the time sold at $389.99 on Musician's Friend and Guitar Center. This guy sells for $249.95, so it's about almost $140 less than this guitar. So less money for this guitar, more comfortable to play, and in my opinion, better appointments having this locking tuners on this guitar. A better bridge, in my opinion, on this guitar, a 6-saddle bridge, and stainless steel frets, and a 12-inch radius. Those things, I play this guitar more than I play that guitar. Regardless of what you pay, it's what you play. I'm going to stick with that with that analogy. Now, trying to think what else. Now, there are going to be some purists, I know, that are going to have comments all over the place probably saying that that's a true telly. You know, you can't have a humbucker in the bridge. You need that telly twang, telly ring. That may be the case, but this is a heck of a lot more versatile than this guitar. And you can get, with amp settings and knowing what you're doing in terms of overall playing capabilities, this guitar to have that twang and ring in the bridge. I'd rather have something that I could bring out with me and play all types of music, whether it's, rock, blues, country, funk, whatever the case is. And you can do that with this. Whereas with this guy, you could probably do the country and the blues and the rock, but you may struggle a little bit with the heavier stuff because of this pickup in the bridge. So, again, just personal opinion. Both have C-shaped necks. Frets. These are ball-ended frets on this guitar. There's not a sharp fret up and down the neck. This guitar came with a couple of sharp frets, which I addressed. But other than that, it's pretty good as well. But these have the ball-ended frets, which again is a plus. Also, they're actually set up, I think, with a little bit more attention to detail out of the Tease factories than these things come mass-produced out of Squire Fender. Torsten, who is the owner of Tease Guitars, is maniacal about making sure the customer is happy, as I've mentioned before in many videos. And it's also nice with this brand to be able to call up the owner and talk to him and complain if you need to, or congratulate him, whatever you want to do. And he listens to you either way and will make your playing experience the best it can possibly be. So, why do I play this more than this? Again, I like the way these pickups sound. This guitar, they're darker. They just don't sound as good to me. Now, rather than me tell you that, I hate to keep going back and forth, but I'll plug this in and let's see if you guys can hear it, what I'm talking about. Neck pickup. Hopefully you can hear that, but trust me, in my room and to my ears, these pickups sound better than that guitar. Both are Alnico 5s. This has a humbucker, this has a single, but the clarity on these Tease Alnicos are better than the clarity on this Squire pickups that are part of the 40th anniversary vintage series guitars. The other thing, again, and I'm going to mention over and over again, is I feel that this guitar is more comfortable to play because of the weight, because of the radius of the neck. I just find it's lighter. You know, it's just more comfortable to play. It stays in tune better. It has beautiful feel amongst the neck frets because they're, you know, rolled, ball-ended frets. It's just a more comfortable guitar to play. Again, it's not what you pay, it's what you play. So, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. If you like these videos, guys, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe. And I always appreciate your watching these things. As always, until the next time, be well and stay safe. Take care.